All right, guys, welcome back to another Wake Up Humans. And I got my man Drew Henderson, and we're just coming off a hell of a weekend, brother. How are you, stud?
Oh man, I'm great. It was one of the best weekends, um, definitely for 26, but at least for the last few months. Last year, man, it was a great weekend.
Yeah, yeah. Let's debrief on it. You and I haven't spoken about it yet. I mean,
Oh,
and kind of purposely just to kind of let it rip here and open things up. And, for what we're talking about here, for you guys to know, we spent the weekend at Mar-a-Lago for a big health initiative that Dr. Michael Smatt's part of.
oh man, and it was from the get-go. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And people were asking me today. People were like, "Oh, hey, like, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?" And most people I told, and they're like, "Well, shoot, how did you get to do that? What's up with that?" And probably by lunch, I had that one answer. And that answer was when everybody else is seated, I just
Say that again when everyone else what?
is seated, when everybody else is sitting, we decide to stand up.
And it's what I was thinking. It's been even as we were getting ready, and I'm thinking about where we were going with who we were going with.
Yeah.
It was all amazing people we built relationships through Dr. Sid, DE, and chiropractic in our mission to spread chiropractic around the world.
Yeah. And it didn't happen overnight.
Yeah,
It happened over 20 plus years of
yeah.
continuing to stand up. Like the answer is always yes.
And
The
showing
yes.
up. Just
Yep.
gotta show up.
Yeah. And you know this more than I do. It's work. It's work.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was through health core, right?
Yep.
Which is something that I first got involved with Dr. Smatt when he first started, man. Like when he was giving his talk, I was like, wow, this goes way back then. And Dr. Smatt's one of those guys that when he speaks, I'm just like, yes. And then through the years, I
Hmm.
brought different people to it, and it's funny to see people kind of get involved and they're like, whatever. Smatt puts in work, man. And it's all
Yep.
the name of chiropractic and spreading chiropractic, and to be standing in Mar-a-Lago and seeing him standing at the podium with American flags behind him and knowing the work he's put in for so long. But again, he learned his way the same way we did was through Dr. Sid.
Yeah. And he never wavered from that.
No.
He never wavered. He sold his office in New York. Um, he's retired, but man, he has always been a principal DE chiropractor.
And listen, he's not retired, man. I mean, he sold his Manhattan Madison Avenue practice.
Yeah.
And him and Lori now, she has a practice. She's always had it outside of their Westchester County,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
where he'll go in there and help out a couple of days a week. So the guy's always, you don't
No.
stop. Once a chiropractor,
No.
always a chiropractor.
Yeah. No. He is a powerhouse, and just the presence he brings in the room, and it's not his ego.
Right.
But he didn't want to get behind the podium at Mar-a-Lago and speak. You could
No,
tell he didn't. If you know him, you know that that's not his thing.
that's not.
It's not his thing.
You could put him in front of the
But
biggest politicians in the world, and he has been, but he doesn't want to be in front of the room. He doesn't want the highlight reel. He doesn't want the glory, none of that.
mm,
And I sent him a couple of the pictures we took there, and he was like, "Oh wow, thank you." Like it was
yeah,
pretty awesome.
yeah, and he's the real deal. He don't just talk it. I know probably 10 or 12 years ago, I don't know, whenever Pataki was governor, Pataki, however you say his name, I called him, texted him one day, and I'm like, "Hey, brother, what's going on?" He said, "I'm just eating dinner with Governor Pataki."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Whatever." And then he texts me a selfie. He's like, "Yeah, we are, you
Yeah.
know, just he's at the house. We're hanging out." But he's the real deal. And I have been drawn to Dr. Smatt since day one.
Yeah. 100%.
since day
And his
one. Like
wife
he is
Lori,
the real deal.
his wife Lori is just a gem too, man. And it's
Yeah,
like that you could see how they do it. You know, they're a team, and she's always
yeah,
there with them.
and just quiet, subdued. He'd be telling stories about Justin Tony Bennett and Billy Joel and his mom and all the stuff. And Lori just sitting there smiling, like, yep, that's my man. That's my man. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves her.
It's always one thing I loved about him because you'll have to tell your website story about him, but any celebrity or any big shot he's taking a picture with, he's adjusting them.
Yep.
It's not like he's just standing there taking the picture and going, yeah, look at me. He's actually adjusting them. That's why and I say to these guys when they line up and take these pictures with these athletes who I'm like, did you adjust them? No. Okay. So you took a picture. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. It don't matter. That's just a picture. They're another person.
Yeah.
You know, they put on their pants just like we do, but did you adjust them?
Yeah.
That's
And he's
exactly
always ready
right.
to serve. I just learned that one of my longtime patients wants to become a chiropractor now, goes to school, and she's not far from Del Rey, which is where he and Lori spend a couple weeks out of the year. Every month, I mean, they're
Hmm.
there. And I mentioned it. He goes, "Oh, I'd love to take her out to lunch." Like,
Yeah.
think about that. It's great.
Yeah.
I'll talk to chiropractic about her. We'll pump her up.
Hmm. Yeah. And he and I are as different as the night is the day. Like he's Madison Ave chiropractor, celebrity chiropractor, took care of Donald Trump's baby, you know,
Yeah,
and still like friends with all of them, like
yeah,
friends. Um, and then me, but since day one, we've just clicked,
yeah. Well,
you know, because
He's Madison Avenue, New York City, bro.
yeah, and
You know?
he's like, but he's got that lasting purpose mindset. That's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
He is giving, loving, serving, doing out of his own
Always,
abundance with no
always,
expectation.
always. Yep. So just sitting at us, looking around the table, and you know, part of this is a big move that we're bringing into the IFCO now as we start kicking off leadership this year. And people say, well, where's chiropractic going with Maha? Well, this is where it's going. Like this is the
Yeah.
direct line that we've been waiting to let people know that we're involved with. I mean, Smatt's been doing it, and he's with us 110% supportive.
Hmm.
He's
Yeah.
joined the IFCO. We're implementing and getting things connected. We're getting behind. It's Dr. Oz's organization, this health core, and Smatt he's now, what do they say, chairman of the board.
Yeah. He's chairman of the board organization. Like he's it,
Yeah, he's the
you know,
man.
and yeah. And you don't get any more Maha than at Mar-a-Lago
Yeah.
getting served omelets in the foyer and the living room, whatever you call that big room of Mar-a-Lago. Like
Yeah.
you don't get any more
No,
Maha than
no.
talking chiropractic, getting a seated cervical adjustment at Mar-a-Lago. That's it. That's Maha. You know,
So
that's
true, man.
Maha. You know,
Yeah.
it's we can put on a red hat. That's great, but there's more to it. There's
And
more to
hanging
it.
out with the Secret Service and talking chiropractic with them.
Yeah. Yeah. What that one little young man, he was young, bro,
He
that
was
that
young.
checked us in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and we were just talking like, man, where you from? And we just started talking and
Yeah.
jamming. He like, get over here, get out of the sun, stand under my tent
Yeah.
because he knew we were the real people.
Yeah. That was one
We're the
thing.
real dudes.
I'm like, here's Trump flying home for the weekend, right?
Hmm.
And what it went into to protect him and support him for the weekend. I mean, West Palm Beach was certain areas were shut down.
Hmm.
And going over that bridge and seeing the Coast Guard out there on the water, helicopters overhead, and he was flying in while we were pulling in. I mean, they like stopped everything, like everyone stopped moving.
Yeah.
Impressive. Like freaking proud of America, impressive. Seeing Secret Service and dudes spread out everywhere, like freaking A, kick ass.
Yeah. And you know, I promise try not to tear up, but it's like the wildest thing. We check in and Mar-a-Lago security, Secret Service, they both do their thing. And Secret Service shakes your hand and says, "Welcome to Mar-a-Lago."
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, yeah, we're welcome. We
Mm,
didn't beg to be here. It wasn't, they're like, "Welcome to Mar-a-Lago."
yeah. Dude, they knew who we were well before we pulled up.
Oh man, they
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah. That was, but it's like to know, I don't know, man, to just have that energy there. And here we are is like these chiropractors showing up and we're talking
Hmm.
about spreading health and life vitality to the community and the millions of people they spread the word with and they're not stopping and keeping going and knowing that our guys are at the helm of it.
Yeah, yeah, and 4 million kids know what vertebral subluxation is. They know what innate intelligence is. They know
Yeah.
what an adjustment is because of this. 4 million kids.
And you know what's cool is like when this all started and he was putting the program together, I said, hey, you should talk to Eddie Martinez, 'cause that's when Eddie was starting doing his video stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you heard the story, and him and Eddie put together the educational video that all these kids, I mean, how many millions did he say have seen it at this point? Over 3
Oh,
million? Like,
like right at 4 million. Right at 4 million.
and it's like, wow, like I forgot about this. Like it's been so
Hmm.
long ago. And Eddie laughed. He said, I should probably update that video because it was in the beginning when he started doing it and the way technology has changed. He's like, yeah, I could probably do a lot better right now. He goes, but there's not been one complaint. And Smatt said
No,
how many millions have seen that video and being educated. Pretty cool, bro. Pretty
it
cool.
is. And if you're watching this, listening to this, and you know us, you know how it was there. You know. But like if you don't know, we're just regular high volume chiropractors that
Mm.
kept stepping up, and then look where we're at. It's not like we're special. We just stuck to the principle. We've stuck to it for years, um, continually,
Yeah.
and then that's where we wind up. It's not like we're not that special. We're
Mm.
just we were licking the honey off the spoon that we were stirring up in her teeth. You know, it's not like we're some hoity-toity sticking our finger out when we're drinking from a teacup.
No,
You
no.
know, I
Yeah.
even told you, I'm like, bro, I don't know if I can keep coming to get coffee. This is like my eighth little cup of coffee. I
I
should
don't know how
probably
many
slow
cups of
down.
coffee I had there, man. It was just like the being caught up in that environment was pretty darn cool.
Yeah, yeah, and just the people, just the people there. Um, it was one of the best events I've ever been to.
What was the one thing that stands out to you the most about the structure, the building, or being in there? Anything at all that's just stood out to you from the moment you walked in and left?
When we walked past the two women at the little check-in counter, bathrooms on the left. Then you go in the big, I call it the living room, that big room.
Yeah.
Um, there's that table for four, sitting over to the left,
Yeah.
right
With
there
the
in front of
window.
the big grass lawn,
Yeah.
and any picture of Trump hosting these dignitaries, heads of state, they're sitting at that table,
Yeah.
having dinner, having brunch, right there where we were,
Yeah.
um, planning the future of the world, and then we're there planning the future of chiropractic.
Yeah. And we weren't allowed to take a picture of that area either. That whole room with the
No,
Secret Service said was off limits.
yeah, they said if you take your phone out and take a picture, you're going to be off the grounds.
You're gone. There was no questions asked.
No, so
And
it was
I
just
thought
like,
about
wow, look
sneaking
at
it, but I'm like, these dudes have eyes everywhere.
no,
Like, don't
no,
do it.
there's no, it's not worth the risk.
No.
We're there, but I do have to say, we all locked in amazingly well. We represented chiropractic
Yeah.
great.
Amen.
you know.
What was cool for me was, I don't know if did you see the American flag out on the
Yeah.
lawn? Do you know the
Yeah.
story behind that?
Mm-mm.
So at ground level, Trump wanted the flag and he wanted to be seen and he wanted to be massive. And West Palm Beach wasn't going to let him. The pole was too tall. Like it was against their regulations. So they said no. And they went back and forth, back and forth. He said, okay. So I don't know if you noticed the ground was built up. It was a big hill mound.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So he built the ground up so he could put the maximum legal pole and it made it the height that he wanted. And it made me think of Dr. Sid with the bell tower. And when he had the
yeah,
vision for the bell tower, and the next day he said to Dr. Rumber, like, where are the backhoes? Like, I want
yeah,
this now. And
yeah.
these guys have a vision and they're not taking no for an answer.
Mm-mm.
And that's
Mm-mm.
why they are who they are.
Yeah,
They're not taking no for an answer. They're going to find a way. And I'm like, that's the way more chiropractors need to be. Don't take no for an answer. Let's spread the word and let's just be grossly successful saving people's lives.
yeah. What we need are backhoes and bulldozers.
Yeah.
That's what we need. What
Yeah.
we need is a mound of dirt to put a flagpole
Yeah. They said no. Okay. Then plan B, how can we do it? Well, let's build
on.
the
Yeah,
ground up. I mean, I don't know if you noticed it from the base of the building, the how the elevation rose to that
yeah.
point. I took pictures and I got a video of it. I just kept looking at that, thinking this one man had a vision and he wasn't taking no for an answer.
No, no.
Phew.
And I noticed that, but I didn't know that was the story.
Hmm.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, man.
And I can only hope that some of Dr. Sid's tenacity and his grit after the decades that we were with him has rubbed off on us. And I honestly think it has.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it has.
it has, man. Like,
You know,
we had a long weekend. You know, you're the only one that had to fly there, right? We all drove.
Lieberman.
Oh, Lieberman flew, you flew.
Yep,
It was me, you,
that was
Cordero,
it.
drove. Yeah, 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 Eddie. Um, and then we have a text thread for something else that we're involved with,
Hmm.
like all night last night. And you finally were
Yeah,
like, I'm done. I got to get ready for tomorrow. And I'm like, good, I'm glad someone said it. Because there's
yeah,
people that are involved, but they're not that involved. But when they're
yeah,
involved and it's their only thing, they want us to do everything,
yeah.
right? But we're like,
I
wait a
know,
minute.
man.
Like, well, can you guys come up with this? Can you? We've been working on it. Can we get you? Well, why don't you do it? Well, I can't. My wife
Yeah,
won't let me. It's like, well, then back off. We got a lot going on already, but
yeah.
we'll
I
do it.
mean,
We're going to come up with a solution. We know that.
we always have. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We have always come up with a solution. People's like, are you all right? Like, yeah, it's just work. We just working for the
Yeah.
profession. We're serving the profession. This morning had a meeting at 6:30 till 8, doing that. Run to the office, took care of people, had one of the best mornings ever, record
Yeah. You
morning.
said it was a record morning for you. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that was great. Just cranking. Um, Went to lunch, scarfed down some food, had what did I have at lunch? 2:15, I had a call with another political organization. Got off of that. That ran late. Go back, start trying to take care of people. I had another quick meeting on the phone. And it's just like, the guy at the circus with the plate spinning and there's like all these sticks.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. It's like, which plate is wobbling? I need to go hit it real quick
Right.
and then go to another plate,
Right.
you know? And then we were both late getting on this. I'm like, bro, I'm coming. You're like, I'm coming too. Because we busted our ass all day. And
Yeah.
then we can't wait to get on here and talk about it more,
Right. Right.
you know? And then we'll get off of this, and then those other 2 or 3 or 17 threads that we're a part of, we'll start replying there,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
I have another call at 9 o'clock. I'll go out on my walk. And while I'm out there, I'll be here. My phone will be dinging. And then I just got to basically at like 11 o'clock just silence it so I could go to sleep. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's what we've signed up for in a
Oh,
leadership
yeah.
position. And it's just learning to compartmentalize things. Everyone's got a lot of
Hmm.
things going on, whether you're married, you got kids, you're not sure if you have time. We had a new patient start up today and he's got a lot going on and he's telling me how busy he is. And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, all you got to do is pull up and come lay on a table. Like, I don't want to hear how
Yeah.
busy you are. Like, you need this. If you're not getting adjusted, you're in big trouble. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you have a point. I said, you just got to be able to set and align your life smoother. And it's really
Hmm.
compartmentalizing things as to what is more important and what could you say no to.
Yeah. Yeah. And the business, I almost enjoy it and thrive on it. Like, I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing something.
Yeah, well, no, I'd be detrimental to a lot of people.
It would. And I enjoy the the work of trying to do better. As
Yeah.
soon as we get off here, I've got to call somebody that's going to speak at a continuing education weekend for us. Um, Kind of vet that out. So
Yeah.
it's great though. I love it. Like, this
Yeah.
is what we do.
Right.
But I'm not going to go watch NYPD Blue. You know, I'm
uh,
just not going to watch it.
I heard there were a lot of football games this weekend. People were talking about them. I'm like, I don't know, man. I've been
Yeah, I
busy.
don't even know when the Falcons play again. Probably next season. Hey, but that's okay. That's all right. I love the Falcons. Win. Um, Maybe I'll hear about it when they do.
When you're passionate about what you do and then you marry that to a mission that's bigger than you, this is how
Hmm.
life goes,
Yeah.
you know? And every single one of us had our significant other at the meeting with us this weekend. And that to me
Hmm.
was really cool seeing that. Like, we could have all just gone by ourselves and whatever, but we didn't. It was, we all had that someone else with us supporting us because it takes a team, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I always loved about Dr. Sid, because Dr. Nell was always there
Yeah.
supporting. And, so the people listening to this got to realize it's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. But
No.
when you have the right support, I was just, this morning doing like my morning routine, was in an ultimate state of gratitude as I sat there and I visualized our table and who was sitting there and the
Hmm.
magnitude of what took place. And then hearing what Smatt
Hmm.
said for about 20 years, what's been going on with this. And then being in that room this weekend and seeing all everyone's faces was like, because you don't realize like life happens fast, man, and you're busy and you're doing things. But when you stop and realize and go, wow, like a lot is going on here, you could get into a state of gratitude, which I'm trying to get more and more into a state of gratitude because they say it's the most important state that we could be in, right?
Yep. Yep. And it's that 20 years of that work ethic of, and not just one person, but a group of people
Yeah,
that continually has that idea fixate, as Dr. Sid would say, that single major purpose.
right,
What you're doing.
right.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
And talking about gratitude, Dr. Sid said 1,000 times, and I say it a lot now, that um, um, a lack of gratitude is worse than a malignant disease. A lack of appreciation is worse than a malignant disease.
okay.
You
That's
know,
pretty powerful.
we have to, yeah, we have to be appreciative. Me and Lori Smatt was talking this weekend. She like, so how are you doing? I'm like, man, listen, I'm great. Are you? She like, yeah, I am too. Um, and I was telling her, like, listen, like we've got food, we've got a dry, safe, warm place to sleep, we've got cars. Um, and I told her, I said, and if I didn't, you would come let me live with you. And she's like, yep. And if you didn't, I'm like, you could come live with me. She's like, that's
Mm.
right. Like, we don't have worries. There's
No,
people that don't have that.
no, true,
They don't have that. And
true.
we're okay. We're okay. We don't have any worries.
Everything is all right in the big scheme of things. I mean, you get tired, you get weary, right? I mean, that's why we show up. That's why I can't wait for what, 3 weeks. We got to the next DE, January 29th. Like,
Yeah.
got my flight today, figured things out.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
It's
it.
it's busy, man. It is like this January is one of the busiest months I've had in years. Just one thing after another to see about. This week is crazy. Like this 10-day span, 20-day, 15-day span is crazy. It's like trip, flight, go here, Mar-a-Lago, go to, we got an event at Life University this weekend. We got to speak at. Um, we got another Zoom call early in the morning that'll last no telling how long. It's just
Yeah.
got a wedding to go to,
Yeah.
just so many things, but it's so good at the same time.
Well, you got to count your blessings, right? It could be worse.
Man,
And
it's so good.
when you're serving the purpose and the mission, it makes it a bit easier.
Yeah. And this morning in our little men's group, we were, what you said, passion a minute ago. We were talking about um, passions are sometimes, and I'm starting to feel this way too, are seen negatively. They used to have a negative connotation to them because it was a hot flash in the pan, boom, and then it's over. But
Mm.
then affections are something that stay with you the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Like I love chiropractic. I have an affection for it. I love it. But now
Mm.
passion just happens, boom, it just happens. And sometimes when it comes so fast, it burns so hot and then it goes out.
Yeah.
That we don't do that.
Nope.
We don't do that. This is 25, 30 years of affection for this principle.
And listen, you've been plugged into people that when you get a little beat up and run down, they lift you up and put you back on the saddle again.
Yeah.
And that's DE, man. That's why we do it. That's why Dr. Sid did it 4 times a year. Because it
Hmm.
seems like it's always like people are, I'm ready for it. It's just in time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need this. I'm like, the man was brilliant how he orchestrated things.
Yeah. And it was way beyond what we knew at the time. People's
Yeah.
like, man, why do y'all have those 4 times a year? But because that's when we need them,
Yeah. He knew.
you know? Yeah.
He knew. Yeah, he knew, man.
Yeah. And,
Brilliant.
and you can look out like in the profession as a whole and see the people that haven't committed to this principle fully. And they might have for a while, but then they just pull away
Yeah.
and they just and we're tired, but I don't think we look that tired, you know. I really don't. Um, like you're going to go on a walk in a minute. I probably take a walk too, just to get out and move. Even though we've been making laps around the table all day long,
Yeah.
I need to go move. I need to just
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. Life is motion, baby. Keep that
It is.
brain pumping. But when I get out on the walk, it lets my brain just kind of process and debrief the whole day, conversations. And I'll have my notes ready to go on my phone. If a thought flash comes in, I just speak it into it. And
Hmm.
and then it's just like if it's an idea, I could text Michelle and she'll wake up to it tomorrow and go, okay, I got it.
Yep. Yep. It's amazing. And that's another thing, like the support staff that you have is amazing.
Yeah.
Like Michelle is just, and I can even text her and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" She's like, "Got it. That's great."
Yeah. That's right. And she'd
Just
help you because she knows your family.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Yep.
she's just amazing, you know. And her
Yep.
little boy, man, he does not look real.
Rocco. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, is that his?
no, Rocco is my front desk girl's son. He's adorable too. Oh, she'll
Yeah.
kill me. She'll kill me. I just lost his name. Holy cow. Help me out here. She's gonna kill me. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this one. But you're right,
Well,
man. He's like a little movie star.
he is, and the way he looks, I'm like, you just look like a doll, you
Colton.
know.
Colton. Colton.
Colton.
Colton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Love that baby though. And I've
Yeah.
never even met him. I was bummed she didn't bring him to DE,
Yeah.
but I'm like, man, I was gonna steal that baby the weekend.
Ah.
Just let Uncle Drew have him.
Awesome, my man. So we got I mean we got busy couple of weeks coming up to DE. I mean, we
Yeah.
got an early morning, meeting tomorrow morning. We'll have our pre-speaker meeting. We're gonna probably get, I don't know if we want to do Eddie and Brian next week, but we gotta get that under wraps and the leadership together. So we got a lot of stuff to work up until by the time we get to DE on the 29th, we'll be ready.
It's going to be great to be at Dynamic Essentials. LifeDE.com. Click register. You need to be there. Bring your staff. Don't come by yourself. Bring your spouse. Bring them all. Like you
Yeah.
need to be there and locked in the room. If you want what this profession has to offer, you've got to be there.
If you want to wake up and find your calling and a passion and purpose bigger than you, and you want to be waking up someday and doing the things that we've been blessed to do, you got to show up. It's not going
Yeah,
to present itself. It's not going to happen. There's people reaching out to me now and say, how do I get to the next, event or whatever? I'm like, you got to show up. And I've
yeah,
had people reaching out, they want to speak at DE. I'm like, you got to show up first. We don't
yeah,
moonlight speakers and you got to show up. It's like, well, I'm putting
yeah,
together my 2026 calendar of speaking. Well, just come hang out. Like no one knows you yet. Like I'm sure you probably have a great
yeah,
message, but come hang out. Like we're not about the glitz and glamour. It's about the fellowship and the heart and the passion and the purpose.
yeah. It just what you see is what you get.
1,000%. 1,000%. Have you seen Sierra yet? She's back at school.
Yeah, I'm going to text her tomorrow, see how she's doing, check in with her, let her get settled, and be like, hey, what you need me to do?
That's right. That's right.
Love those girls though, man. I'm going to miss it when she's gone.
Yeah, it's a countdown now, man. She's done. I'll be there in May for her graduation.
Oh man, that's so good. That's 4 months away, dude.
It's gonna fly by. And she's coming to this DE. She's meeting a young girl who's going to go to chiropractic school as well. She's a former college soccer player. Her parents come to DE, so they're going to get together. They're talking about rooming together, so it'll be good to have her there.
Yeah, yeah. I thought she's so sweet, man.
Yeah,
She is a sweet kid,
she's awesome. She's awesome.
sweet kid.
She's awesome.
Well, awesome, my man.
All right, brother, man. It was great catching up. I'll see you in the
Yep,
morning. We got that
yep.
that
If
meeting.
not sooner, if not
That's
sooner,
right.
we may have another meeting that I forgot about. Who knows? I see you. I see you
All
when I
right.
see you.
Next time, bro. Good night.
Yep, yep. Love
Ciao.
y'all.